I can't wait to share these tech items I'm currently using, so let's get right to it. Just a disclaimer, I call these items premium since for me, these are still a bit pricey, but they may not be for you. I don't know. No sponsors, by the way. So let's start with my current main mouse. Have you ever seen those cool ass speakers that look straight from outer space? Well, that company made a mouse. The Gravastar M1 mouse is something I didn't know I would love. It's a bit heavy, weighing around 88 grams compared to my Death Adder V3, which I think is around 59. But it still got me to plat in Rainbow Six Siege, despite not playing for a long time. It's marketed as an ambidextrous mouse, but the side buttons are only accessible for right-handed users. Sorry lefties. The hollow design at the back end exposes the RGB butt, I don't know what else to call it, which you can change colors through their slow and kinda buggy software that looks straight from the early 2010s or something. The box is no different too. I mean, just compare the packaging of this alongside the modern tech boxes that are available today. It really stands out, and not in a good way. Unboxing it though, you'll find a generous amount of free items like the mouse, obviously, a dongle with a 1K adapter, a manual, a long USB A to C cable, then some grips, extra feet, and a wiping cloth. The dongle can be stored on the mouse itself too, and close to it is where you'll find a switch for the 2.4 GHz connection. And close to it is where you'll find a switch for the 2.4 GHz connection, power, and Bluetooth mode. It's front heavy, but I like the look and feel of it, and so do my friends.
Solid.
The buttons are super crispy and the rubber scroll wheel feels so nice and super silent. With most mice today losing identity and cool features, this mouse is an absolute breath of fresh air, which I would recommend to anyone looking for something new, and it's fairly priced too. That rhymes. Although yeah, the box is pretty old school and I imagine it's hard to make a setup theme based on this mouse. The charging times are also weird sometimes. Moving on. This next item increased my productivity for some reason. These keycaps from a brand you have most likely heard of are probably the best thing that happened to the keyboard community. Okay, I'm a bit overselling. I'm not even a keyboard enthusiast, but
Oh my god.
I think you know where I'm getting at. Installing these keycaps was a bit of a pain since I chose the version without the legends, and I didn't realize that there were markers underneath to help you out. These are made out of ceramic.
Damn.
That are kind of glass that I accidentally dropped, but thankfully didn't break a single cap. They're a bit heavy too, especially the spacebar, which makes a loud noise when rattled. I don't know why you check it though. Gaming on it is pretty solid too, although it takes me a while to talk shit on games since I don't have the letters memorized, so I make a lot of typos. Here's what it sounds like if you're curious. One cap is a bit loose though, which accidentally falls off sometimes, but it doesn't bother me that much. It's available in different color options and combinations too, which I suggest you check out. Bit of a heads up though, it's priced a bit higher than regular plastic keycaps, but don't worry, it's worth it. I mean, look at how clean it looks, and the way the light shines behind it is just amazing. Another keyboard accessory that I love using is this coiled cable from Glorious. Coiled cable from Glorious. I know I have already talked about this item before, but I just love how simple yet premium it looks. It's not that expensive too, but it's also not cheap. Like I said, I don't know much about keyboards and cables, but it fits perfectly with my current black and white setup, which is more than enough for me. All I need now is a solid looking palm rest. Any suggestions? Enough about keyboard stuff. One of my favorite items this year just got a version for people with thin wallets. The OBSBot Tiny 2 is probably the best 4K AI-powered webcam on the market, but it comes at a huge cost. The cost is that it costs a lot. It's almost 300 bucks. Since a lot of people wanted one but probably couldn't afford it, they made a budget-friendly version which cut the price in half without removing the features people loved with the premium version, like the 4K camera, tracking feature, hand gestures, and some of the features of the software. So what did they remove to cut down the cost? First of all is the build quality. I mean, it's not that bad. The Tiny 2 Lite is mostly plastic compared to the metal build of the Tiny 2. The stand is also now built in compared to the separate metal stand, which has more angles to play around with. It still has a screw hole at the bottom too, and the indicator light has been reduced to this small dot. There's no more carrying case too, but that's fine. It's also way lighter than its bigger brother. The quality is not as perfect as the Tiny 2, but it's up there. I'm just glad OBSBot listened to the people. If you want to upgrade your webcam game, you can get this item for $160. Remember when I was complaining that there aren't any cool 3-in-1 charging stations for Android phones? Well, there still isn't. But this company made a bit of a compromise, or you could say a solution. MagBack sent me a couple of products that I absolutely love, but most importantly, this MagSafe multi-charger that works with my Samsung device. How does that work, you ask? They sent me a case for an iPhone and for my Samsung which supports MagSafe accessories. As long as I have their case on, I can use any MagSafe accessory out there. Pretty fucking cool. Sorry. The multi-charger comes with a 20-watt power brick. I don't know why it's white though, and why the cable is not removable. It has a sticky surface below too for extra grip. At the top is where you can charge an Apple Watch, which I don't have. And here is where you can charge any wireless earbuds you have, which I also don't have. At the center is where you can slap your iPhone, which I don't have. Look, I'm not an Apple user, okay? I like MagSafe accessories though, which this company helped me experience through their cases. They gave me a MagSafe wallet too, which is currently my main wallet. It has a loop for an easier grip, and so far I can only carry 3 cards and some cash on it. It can be used as a stand too. Look, I used a couple of laptop cooling stands or pads in the past and I never really liked them. But you might. If you're in the market for one, here's a powerful cooling pad that will blow your laptop away. Not literally. And it has cool LGBT lights too, and a USB hub. It's very lightweight since it's mostly plastic, and it comes with several removable foams for 13 to 17-inch laptops. That will also seal the air, making sure your laptop inhales all of it. Don't worry though, since there's a removable filter underneath to sift dust. I find these toppers a bit too tall though, and you have 2 height adjustments to choose from. The buttons are also clicky, but not in a premium way, if you get what I mean. The fan can go up to 3500 RPM, which is distractingly loud, but I think 1500 is the sweet spot of both strong and quiet fan speed. There's RGB at both edges and at the backside too. You have a few color modes to choose from, and a couple of ports are available which you can connect to your laptop. For a plastic laptop stand, I find it a bit pricey, but the blower style fan is really strong and the extra ports are a nice touch. A bonus item, not everyone needs this, but have you noticed that the lighting in my videos improve or not? Did it? It's because of this item Suncrafter sent to me. The light is so strong that it could illuminate an entire street.
Sorry, neighbors.
It has several modes too, which you can also control via an app. But I'll go in-depth on it in another video since I'm planning to get a softbox for it, and I haven't fully explored it yet. Here are the specs though, if you're interested. Makes me sweat more now, honestly. There you have it. That's accessories that you may want to get, which are a tad heavy on the price. Links will be in the description too if you want to get any of these items. Thanks for watching and subscribe, I guess.